Yes, yes, yes. It is I, Anton LaVey, the Black Pope, the Cardinal of Sin, avid movie theater goer. And you must be the one I have been hearing so much about. Now, I'm sure that you have many questions that you would like answered. Well, I am not going to provide you with any answers. I am going to provide you with statements, advice, and insight. You are in a battle with a being that exceeds the understanding of man. That very being made one grave mistake. That being contacted individuals across time to plant the seed of chaos and hate, to control the masses through the ages. Well, Satanism has a reputation. However, we do not believe in binary tropes. There is no good or evil, just or. Allow me some indulgence. It is rare that I get to meet someone such as yourself. Certainly, in such a manner. The realms of science, the realms of religion. It has always been a central tenet of the Church of Satan to inhabit the space between the or. It is wrong for anyone to compare science against religion or religion against science. Empirical evidence versus faith. These are two binary opposites. But we do not deal in binary tropes. Yes, we have a figurehead, a deity, if you will. But this deity is not real, per se. When one inhabits the realm between science, religion, chaos, order, what have you, good, evil, one transcends the need for such icons, and at the same time must worship them daily. My faith is one of ration. It is one of greed, of selfishness. It is to put the self before others, whilst not neglecting others. There is one true God, the God unto yourself, whether that means that you worship yourself or choose to worship a deity. It's the same. Now, while I am undoubtedly a selfish man, I can put credit where credit is due. I'll tell you some secrets about the Satanic Bible, about me, about life, if you'll humor me. And once we're through with that, we'll discuss your little problem. Agreed? My head. Bald. I tell everyone that this was on the birth of the church, that I conducted this ritual in the same vein as the executioner had done so before me. A spiritual ablution, a cleansing, welcoming something new. In actual fact, I had lost a bet, and I am a proud man. All men are proud. And so I shaved my head and took it to part of the ritual that we still use today. The language of the angels. Now, I know for a fact that you have met John Dee, the British alchemist from long ago. He wrote about you in his books, a prophecy of sorts, one that people couldn't fathom, of course. Now, this man, John Dee, quite insane, like all men, he wrote the language of the angels, which I adapted for the Satanic Bible. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, what is this dickhead talking about? Well, everything I've said is pertinent to any challenge or any situation that you face as yourself or as somebody else. Imagine, if you will, you are not yourself. Imagine you are me. Can you do that? Quite. Empathy. Empathy is what connects us to one another and grounds us, connects us to the world. Now, empathy, of course, isn't necessarily a physical sensation. It isn't the ability to actually physically inhabit my body. That is where empaths come in. That is where you come in. Indigo child, starseed, son, daughter of chaos. If you can inhabit anything, anyone, if you could travel, not physically through time, but experientially through time, if you could kill someone with your mind, if you could change theirs, what would you do? Would you be the most powerful person in the world? Or would you be the most burdened person in the world? Wouldn't you like to be normal? To experience the world just like everybody else? To worship yourself as you see fit? To be a god? Under yourself? Under your own design. You could have everything you ever wanted, you know. There is no good or evil. There is only or. A choice. A one-time decision. Once you have made that decision, you cannot go back. You cannot change history, only the future. Think of that. You cannot change yesterday, but you can change tomorrow. It's the 70s. It's the 80s. It's the 90s. That's when I will die. How will you die, Angel? Have you ever seen an angel from the Old Testament? It's crazy shit. My old man, Crowley, do what thou wilt. That was his only damn rule. History is made up of rules. Dogma, saying that you can't do this. Never really saying what you can do. People in the future will hate this religion. They will prescribe and prescribe it as evil, malevolent, cruel. But when you think about it, when you really think about it, when you inhabit or, you cannot be good or evil. That or is change, or is malleable. For example, when you return to where you were from, you will be presented with a choice. The first choice is simple. Kill or save the FBI man. The second choice is less simple. When you confront the tulpa, the known demon known as the Staroth, it will undoubtedly try to trick you. But do not forget your gifts, your ability to inhabit, and the ability to change minds. Now, you cannot control the mind of something that is not corporeal like you or I. But you can force its hand. You know its name. You know what it wants. And you know what it's willing to do to get that. And so, your option is simple. Demons, just like men, love to bargain. They can bargain for anything. You strike a bargain with this demon, this tulpa. You trick it. It will give you a choice. Probably something you want. Any idea what that might be? Yeah. Well, my particular church doesn't deal in necromancy. The dead stay dead. However, this demon does have the power to reset things. So, while it cannot bring back the ones you love, it can stop them from having died in that particular way. It would be likely that the Staroth would try to leverage you in this manner. The demon will undoubtedly ask for your life, so that it may imbibe your power and use it to its own end. The progeny that is created is often stronger as a result of a combination of different elements. You are stronger than a Staroth. Now, the one thing that you need to remember, you are stronger, and you have a power that Astaroth does not. That creature uses creatures to part inhabit people or things. You, on the other hand, you could inhabit things with your mind. So, imagine, if you will, being in the space of war, neither good nor evil, but able to see things for how they really are. Give the beast what it wants, and then become the beast. To paraphrase Samuel Johnson, they who make beasts of themselves get rid of the pain of being human. I have one request. I am a simple man. I lie like all men. I exaggerate like all men. But make sure people know that I am not an evil man. Neither am I good or good at being a man. But I inhabit that space.